bleeding just a little bit. Oh, you got one. It looks like the turtle got a hold of one of the fish. There's just hundreds of them. Jeez. Giant. I'm trying to get it to where they come up and eat out of my hand. I got him. What is going on, FNF fam? Welcome back to another video. Today we're doing a mini pool pond. I know I told you guys that we wouldn't do another big pool pond until we got 10,000 likes on that last video, so we're sticking to that. But we are going to do a mini pool pond for some smaller fish because the bass in this pool pond right here behind me has ate every single minnow or small fish under 2 inches in the pool pond. They're all gone. So I need somewhere to put smaller fish and also to keep some smaller bait fish. I also found a really cool do-it-yourself filter idea that you can make out of a bucket. So we're also going to be implementing that into the new mini pool pond. So that we don't have to deal with algae and a bunch of other issues with it being in full sun constantly, I'm going to put the mini pool pond inside my back sun porch patio right here in this back corner, and I think it's going to look really good in there. Not to mention it'll be nice to sit and be able to look at the fish. This mini pool pond is mainly going to be for bait fish and other small fish that I want to grow out before I put them into the big pool pond. Now that we got a good spot picked out and we know what we're doing, let's go ahead and get the filter and the pool put up so that way we can start building this pond. So here's everything we're going to need for this canister / bucket filter build. I will leave links in the description for all this stuff, so if you guys are interested in building one, you can follow along, order these pieces, and you can do the same thing I'm doing. If you go buy a canister filter offline that's this big, it's going to cost you $300 to $400. You can literally do this for under like 70 bucks. So it's definitely cost effective and they work really well. So first thing we need is some scrubbies, some polyfill, and some home filter media. We got some marine adhesive to make sure everything's sealed tight and locked down. We have a 1 inch to 3/4 adapter. That's what's going to attach to our hose to get the water filtering through the bucket. A couple of hose clamps. We have a 660 gallon pump, 1 inch PVC piping, 1.5 inch PVC piping as well. You're only going to need 3 2-foot 1 inch pieces of PVC, and then you're going to need 1 2-foot 1.5 inch PVC pipe. Then we have a bag of lava rock to build up that beneficial bacteria, heavy duty clear PVC cement to lock everything together, and we have a bag right here just full of odds and ends of PVC pipings and elbows and joints and stuff like that. We're also going to use some stuff out of there as well. Then we got our 6-gallon bucket. I went with the 6-gallon bucket because I wanted something a little bit bigger. We got this 6-gallon bucket off Amazon. We're going to incorporate all this stuff into this bucket. So first things first, we're going to take one part of our long PVC pipe, the 2-foot pieces, and we're going to put it into one of these crosses. Now before I get this all glued down, I want to make sure that I have this correct. So we have another little piece right here that we're going to cut in half. So let's go ahead and cut this in half. And then we're going to take these and stick them inside of the cross. This little two-way piece, just like that. And before we get them all tightened down, we're going to make sure that we have this built right before we put it inside the bucket. Then you're going to take an elbow going this way, just like that. And then you're going to take another elbow going this way, just like that. That way we have an even flow in the bottom of the bucket filling up. So as you can see how that's a little tight. That's why I wanted to make sure before I glued these down that this would fit. So I just got to cut a little bit more off of this one and this one. And again, guys, these don't have to be perfectly even or anything like that. I just want to make sure that the flow is optimal. And the best way to do that is to have the flow coming in 2 different directions and swirling the water up through all the filter media. So the water is going to come in through this pipe, go to the bottom of the bucket, slowly fill the bucket up past all the filter media, and then it's going to spill it out through a valve right here on the side. Got my PVC cement right here. I'm just going to put this on the inside of this one, just like that. Got that glued on. Now we're going to glue this piece on, and then we'll be done with this part. Just like that. First part done. Next up, we're going to drill a hole for this to go into. Perfect little hole on the side, if you guys can see that. There we go. I can put that right there and just screw it through. So let me do that, and then we'll get this installed and put the marine adhesive around it. See how there's a little gap right here, guys? I'm gonna go ahead and add the adhesive right here into this little gap right now before I screw it all the way down. That way, this will be completely sealed and watertight. I got all that marine adhesive all around that, so we're gonna finish screwing this in, and then that'll be completely locked down and watertight. So we got the outside piece on here. Now we just gotta screw it all the way down and put some more marine adhesive right here. I made a complete mess, but we got that all sealed up with marine adhesive. So we're gonna let this dry for a while, and then we'll come back and do the next steps. So now we're gonna take our 1.5 inch pipe, and we're gonna cut a piece to go on the inside for the outflow and the outside for the outflow. Be careful when you're cutting this stuff, guys, because these are sharp and you will hurt yourself. Bleeding just a little bit. Here's the first piece. That's gonna go just like that. Then we're gonna add our return spillway right here. And then it'll look something like this. Get this in here, just like this, guys. See how that's perfectly snug up against this pipe? So the way this works is the water fills up at the bottom, rises up, and whenever it starts to get to this, it slowly skims, does like a little skimmer effect, and goes into here and out through the return into the pool pond, putting fresh, clean, bacteria-filled, healthy bacteria-filled water back into the pool pond. On the outside, we're gonna do the same thing. Cut a small piece of 1.5 inch PVC pipe to put in here, and then we're gonna use this to be our return nozzle. This one goes right here inside of this, but this one we are gonna seal. Get it all up in there. We add our return nozzle. And there you go. So that's what it's gonna look like, guys. Just like this. Let's go ahead and get the lid ready, and then we can start putting in our filter media. Okay, so for some reason this bucket has foam on the top. I have no idea why, but I went ahead and took my nail and marked a little spot. That's where we're gonna drill with the hole saw to put the pipe through. So let's go ahead and do that now. This should fit perfectly through the hole, just like this. There we go. Just like that, guys. That's what it'll look like when it's set up on the pool pond. Okay, so before we put our filter meter in here, we need to go ahead and get this nozzle attached to the top of this right here. That way we can get our intake from our 3/4 inch hose. I'm gonna fit this onto here all the way, as far as I can get it down. And then I'm gonna use this to go ahead and cinch it off. That way we have no leaks. All right, we got that bad boy locked to the top of this, just barely, but it's good enough for me. That'll work. So now let's go ahead and start putting in our filter media. First, we're gonna make like a little grate to put in the very bottom of the bucket to hold this up in place and to also keep any filter media from going to the very bottom of the bucket. All right, so we got our little grate to put at the bottom to stop anything from falling through it. We're just gonna slide that in here and work it to the bottom. We got that down there just like that. Now we can start putting in our filter media. Take these out of here, and these will expand more, guys. They're just vacuum sealed, so they're kind of flatty flat, but they'll expand more. So let's go ahead and line the bottom with this. Next up, we're gonna cut a hole in the middle of this so it can slide down in there right behind those sponges. Piece of our blue filter. This is a little extra piece I just cut off. That looks super duper good. Let's go ahead and go wash off our lava rocks, and then we can pour our layer of lava rocks down in here. We're gonna clean these off with the water hose as best we can. We're just gonna stick this down in this bag, and then I'm gonna cut a hole in the bottom of it so all this stuff can run out. All right, we got the lava rock as clean as we're gonna get it. We're gonna go ahead and throw this in here. And then I also found some of these bio balls. We're gonna go ahead and throw these in here as well. These will just help with the beneficial bacteria growth and get our water nice and clear. All right, so I got the lava rock, the bio balls, and I'm gonna put this little piece of netting in here just for some added help to keep everything separated and good. Then we can put on our last piece of polyfill in this indoor filter, and we are good to go. Everything in here is done, and as you can see, we got some more room. So if we want to do another small layer of lava rock or some gravel, or if we want to do some more of these filters, we can. As of right now, that's plenty for me because I'm gonna let this cycle for 48 hours through the pool before I do anything else anyways. All right, guys, I had marine adhesive all over me. It was just too sticky and too annoying, so I went ahead and changed. Now let's head back to the back porch and set up this pool pond. Okay, there we go. About 60 pounds of sweat later because it's so hot outside, guys. It's roasting. She is up and she's done. I got her set exactly where I want. That way I have plenty of space to maintain the filter and all that and do some add-ons if I want. I want to be able to get to it from all sides. All these panels are being replaced anyway, so I can just take all this screen off, reach through if I need to get to this side for anything, but there we go. Let's go ahead and start getting her filled up. Put this water hose in here. Just like that. There we go. And now let's go turn her on. There she goes, guys. So now we just wait for her to fill up. Good thing is this is super level, so I don't have to worry about that. This is gonna be perfect, guys. I'm really excited to see this thing all filled up. So we're gonna come back when this is filled up, and then we'll set up the filter. All right, guys, so the pool is halfway, a little bit over halfway full. We're gonna go ahead and plug in the filter and test it out and make sure there's no leaks or anything like that, so that way we can fix it before the pool pond's fully up and running. The pump is submerged, and I set the filter up here on this little level. We'll have to find something more permanent for the outside of the pool because I really don't trust that. But just to test it out and to kind of see how sturdy it'll be up here, we'll leave it up there for now. Let's go ahead and plug this in and make sure all the seals are good and that we don't have any leaks. She's plugged in, the water's running. I did screw 2 screws up here to hold the tube because it was laying on the ground, so I didn't want that. So let's take a look, see if it's filling up. Oh yeah, okay. She's filling up. Water looks a little cloudy. The first seal looks like it's holding good. Here we go. Ha ha! There we go. Look at that, boys. That is beautiful. Go ahead and close that lid down. There she goes. There it is. It's running good, guys. I don't see any leaks, even though I didn't let this marine glue dry all the way because I'm impatient. But I don't see any leaks there. Any leaks there. We're good to go. That looks great. So we're gonna let this fill up a little bit more, probably about another 3 inches. And then we're gonna let it sit for 24 hours so that way the water can be treated and make sure it's safe for fish. And then we're gonna head out and see if we can't get some fish for this bad boy. Like I said, guys, with this pool pond, since it's smaller, I'm only gonna do small fish. I'm gonna make this basically a bait tank, and then I'm gonna have some pretty fish in here that I wanna keep. After we get this pool set up and established, I might put something crazy cool in here to let it grow out, but I do have some plans to put a couple things in here to let grow out and then put them in the big pool pond. As of now, I can't put any more minnows in the pool pond without the bass and the green sunfish eating them, so we're going to use this to keep minnows for bait and to feed the bass, and then we're going to have some fish in here that I want to grow out to put in the big pool pond. Also, quick side note, you guys know that I'm definitely going to be making a filter box for this pump. That way it can clean on the intake and also clean on the return to the pond. Alright guys, so the pool is full. I threw in those little fake lily pads. It's going to be really minimalist on this pool pond, guys, because I'm not going to be doing a lot to this. This is going to be a grow out tank and a bait tank, so I'm just going to focus on clean water, no algae, and that's pretty much it. I'm at the backyard pool pond, which is doing amazing. The water is super clear. The fish are getting giant. It just looks so good. This pond is thriving, guys. But anyways, I'm going to take some filter media out of this one that's already well started and it's got good bacteria in it and put it in the new pool pond. So I got some of that biological bacteria that's already been cycled for a few months from the other filter of the other pool pond. We're gonna go ahead and stick it in this filter. Just gonna put it down in there. Right there at the bottom like that. And there we go. Just like that. It's going to help with that beneficial bacteria and start cycling it through. For the overflow and return, I didn't do anything too fancy. I grabbed a 5-gallon bucket from Walmart. Then I also grabbed some of these little filter pads that you use for your home. And then I went ahead and grabbed some of these little bags of rocks just to help weigh it down and to gather bacteria as well. I drilled some holes in it at the level I needed. I added the rocks to the bottom of the bucket. Then I submerged the pump and the bucket at the bottom of the pool pond, added in the filters, put on some bricks just to keep it all weighed down, and we're good to go. All right, we just got up here to Petco. We're gonna go in here and get some goldfish and look around and see if there's anything else we want to try to put in the pool pond. $36, so we're gonna get like 10 of these guys. They grow pretty fast, so I'm not trying to overload the pool pond with them, but yeah, we're gonna get 10 of these. They don't have a big selection when it comes to koi. That white one would be nice. He's a little guy too. Yeah, we're gonna go with that white one, guys. That little white one right there. I think it's like a platinum or something. We're gonna get him. All right, so we just got back home. I got the stress coat to go ahead and make sure this water is super safe. Also, it's gonna keep the fish calm for going into their new home. So we're gonna take these bags, just like this. Everybody's looking good. Let's set that right in there. And then we're gonna take our koi, which I'm really excited about. I've never had a koi, guys, so I'm about to do a bunch of research tonight, make sure I'm doing everything right for this guy. If you guys have any knowledge of kois, let me know down in the comments anything I need to know that's super important. So this says 1 teaspoon per 60 gallons. We got 480 gallons in here, so let's go ahead and make sure we get the proper amount in here. So the water is treated. We're gonna let this sit and mix for about an hour, let these guys acclimate. While those guys acclimate, we're gonna grab some traps, head down to the creek, and see if we can't catch a bunch of minnows, not only to feed the bass, but also to have some bait stocked up, so that way whenever we need some bait, we can just go in the pool pond on the back porch, grab some bait and go fishing. That was what I was wanting to do, is make a bait tank. But then I got to thinking, you know what, I really want somewhere to grow fish out and also have smaller fish that actually stay alive. So the mini pool pond was a must. It was something I had to do because the bass has absolutely devoured every small minnow in this pond. As you can see him right there. Let's see if we can get a better picture of him. There he is. I'm telling you guys, he is a monster. His belly's so big, he's growing like crazy. Let's go ahead and feed the fish. I just got some turtle food. The fish are big enough now that they eat this, so they're growing pretty well. This has got a lot of protein in it. Not recommended to feed your fish, but for what I'm doing, that's okay. It's not gonna hurt them. They'll just grow a lot faster, and it's not a big deal because I have plenty of space for these fish. So let's go ahead and feed these guys. They're not really afraid of me anymore. They know that I feed them. So you can just see these guys coming up. They're a little hesitant, but nowhere near like they used to be. I'm trying to get it to where they come up and eat out of my hand, especially the bass. But I just throw 2 little small handfuls in there. As you see, look, there goes the green sunfish. He is super aggressive. I got 2 green sunfish in here. One of them's gonna have to come out because they eat absolutely everything in the pond. So they're as bad as the bass, if not worse. Do not put green sunfish in any kind of pond, guys. I'm telling you right now, they're overly aggressive. All right, guys, we got our minnow traps, our dog food. Just got down to the creek. We're gonna see if we can't get some small minnows, bait fish, and maybe some crawdads to put into the pool pond. The new pool pond, the mini pool pond, I should say. Look at that, look at all those. Oh man. Oh, look at him, what is he?
Oh, shoot.
You see him?
Yeah.
That is crazy. Oh yeah, guys, we're not gonna have no trouble. We're gonna set these traps probably right over there next to the bank because I want all these small minnows. Look at them. There's just hundreds of them. I think right here I see a lot of, oh, look at that. Big crawdads and big minnows. That's what we need right underneath this tree. I think this is a good spot to set the first one. And I also brought a trail cam to make sure nothing messes with them. I think we're gonna set both traps right here. Last time, something or someone drug our minnow trap all the way up to the bank. It could have been a raccoon, it could have been a person, I don't know. Maybe they stole all my minnows, but it was empty when we got here and it was on the bank. So we're gonna go ahead and set these up right here. We're doing our KG minnow trap. Just put some dog food in here. Dog food seems to be what works the best. Bread sometimes, and tuna works pretty good too, but I'm out of tuna. All right, let's go ahead and get this bad boy set. I don't think it's gonna be long at all before we have these traps full of minnows. I might not even have to wait over. If I wait overnight, these traps are gonna be overflowing probably. That is set. And for this one, I don't even need to tie it off to the bank. We don't have any rain or anything coming in, so I'm literally just gonna throw it right here and let the rope and all that sink so that way nobody will mess with it. And we're gonna put a trail camera on all this anyways. All right. We got one of our minnow traps right here, and then we got our other one. There's already minnows on it, so that's good. We're going to set this trail cam up right here somewhere. Here's a stick. So we'll use this stick. Just like this. We're gonna see if we can stick this into the ground somehow. There we go. That'll do. All right, that bad boy set up. Doing a countdown. Go ahead and strap it to this, facing our minnow traps, so we can see if anything messes with them. Now let's grab some rocks and get this minnow trap set up. This one I'm going to tie to the bank. Here we go. Zip this one closed. This is one of my favorite traps. A little fragile. That's okay. It's done me right so far, so there we go. Now I just got to put a couple rocks in here because this one does tend to float. Just like this. Toss that one right beside the other one. All right, wrap this one around the stick where the camera is. There we go. Oh, you got one. Nice little creek chub. We got the trap set up right here. We got the trail cam. If something messes with them, we're good to go. We'll come back and check these in 24 hours and see what we got. Guys, almost broke my ankle at the creek, but we are back home, and it is time to let these guys go free. So let's go ahead and release these bad boys. There they go. There you go, guys. Look at him. All right, let's go ahead and release our koi, which I'm very excited to see how this guy grows. He'll probably be in here a long term, if not permanently, until he gets too big, and then we'll upgrade his pond. Come on, little guy. He's like a white, but got a bright yellow tint to him. Really, really pretty. So, hopefully these guys do good. We'll see. We'll check back in on these guys in the morning, go get our traps, and see if we have any minnows to add. Me and Kai just got down here to the creek where we set these minnow traps. We're about to head over here, grab these bad boys, and see how we did. Judging from just how many we saw when we was down here, I think there's going to be a lot, so let's go grab these bad boys and find out. Well, the trail cam's still there, so that's good. Look at all those minnows still. Jeez. Pull the one on the right first. Let me get some water in the bucket. All right, turn on our aerator. Perfect. First trap getting pulled, guys. Oh my goodness. Look at the crawdads. Jeez, there's so many, bro. You know what's crazy? It looks like a lot of creek chubs. I thought it would be more of these little southern dace minnows. Is there a dace in there?
Yeah, I see one.
Oh, yeah, I see them now. Oh, there's like 2 of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 actually.
Those crawdads are really pretty. Nice. Look at those crawdads. They got red and orange on them. I've never seen that. I want to see what the other one's got in it. The other one does really good usually. All right, not a bad haul so far. Got a little sucker minnow. He looks like he's struggling, but they don't do too well. So let's go check the other trap. This one's probably gonna be crazy. Pulling the other trap. Jeez. Yeah, those are really big. I was not expecting those to be so big. I thought we'd have more smaller ones, but that's okay. Yeah, be careful. Don't get pinched. There's a bunch of crawdads in there. So we'll grab these bad boys from behind. Just like that. Ooh. Ooh. Be careful.
What's that one, dude?
Nice little crawdad. There's a bunch of these guys. Ouch, ouch, ouch. He got me. All right, yeah, grab that minnow and there should be one more. If not, you can just toss the dog food out, fold the trap down, wrap her up, and let's roll. All right. Did pretty good. Got our minnows, our chubs, and our crawfish. Let's go ahead and take these home. All right, y'all, we just got back home with our haul. We're gonna go ahead and start separating these guys and figuring out which ones we're gonna put into the pool pond. We're gonna feed the bass some of these crawdads because we have so many, and probably some of these bigger creek chubs. So let's go through this bucket and see what we want to put in the pool pond. All right, first things first, let's see if we can get a couple of these dace minnows. All right, here we go. So we got one little bitty minnow. This is a little creek sucker. We're gonna go ahead and put him in. All right. I don't know what he is. Actually, he's different. I've never seen him before. Some kind of shiner or something maybe. I don't know. We'll have to look him up. But I'm not sure what he is. Never seen him before. Let's put him in. There we go. Look at how big his claws are. So we got a couple creek chubs and a dace minnow. I'm not putting the creek chubs in here. I think I just want to stick with the minnows. Any smaller creek chubs are going to be bass bait. As far as crawdads, I'm going to put a couple this size in here only because they eat all the debris and the junk that falls to the bottom of the pool pond. So any leftover food, algae, all that, these guys smash it. So we're definitely going to put a couple in there, but I want them smaller. I don't want too many big ones in there. So let's go ahead and throw him in there. Got a creek chub and a southern dace. The creek chub can go back. I'm putting this guy back in the bucket. We got this really pretty little southern dace minnow. This is a bigger one. So this is probably about max. This minnow won't get any bigger than this. We're gonna go ahead and, oh, he got out of my hand. But there he goes, he's in there. Got another little baby southern dace. So we're gonna go ahead and put him in here too. Actually, you know what? That is a sucker. That is not a southern dace. He just has really cool patterns like a southern dace. That is a sucker, a little baby sucker. They don't really do too well, so we'll see how he does. Just wanting a southern dace. We don't want any creek chubs in here. So that's a creek chub. There we go, there's a southern dace. Little southern dace minnow. See the little yellow fins? We'll put him in there. And we have another little sucker minnow. We'll see how he does. There's a couple more in here, I think, that are actual minnows. We're gonna grab those guys out, and that should be all of them. That's a creek chub. There we go. It's another minnow. I think it's a sucker. Let him go. There we go. All right, all the rest of these are creek chubs. We're gonna feed the rest of these and a lot of these crawdads to the bass. We're back here at the big pool pond. I'm just gonna dump these guys in here and see what happens. All the fish are looking at them, but nothing's trying to eat them yet. I think we're gonna take the goldfish out of here, the two big goldfish, and put them on the backyard patio pond. All right, one big scoop of creek chubs. Let's see if anything comes out to eat these. It is so hot outside, but I want to get these goldfish out of the big pool pond. So I got a big net. I'm gonna see if I can catch these guys really quickly and put them in the mini pool pond. I just think they'll do better over there. Plus I'd rather have them over there because the bass is growing pretty rapidly and I don't want him to get big enough to eat these guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and get them out and put them in the mini pool pond. Got him. Look at that. There he is, guys. Look at that. He's giant. All right, I'm gonna hurry up and go put him in another pool pond. There you go, buddy. All right. He's in here. Now we just got to go get the other one. That took forever, but I got him. There we go. Now we got all the goldfish that we own in one spot. Looking good. Water's pretty much the same temperature, so I'm not worried about shock or anything like that. So there we go. They look good in there. I went around the yard and found some more rocks to put in the new pool pond for cover. As much as I just want to leave it plain and bare bottom, it's better for the fish if they have some kind of structure, and the crawdads as well. So let's go ahead and get them a little bit of structure in here. So now they got this big piece of structure that they can go under and be protected. They've got that little pipe over there in the corner that they've had. They like that, but I'm gonna add a couple more pieces of PVC in here. That way they can hide in those as well. Then I got a little feature over here in the corner. You see Tubbs right there. That's our goldfish Tubbs. He's our biggest goldfish. His name is Tubbs. You can see he's trying to hide in that little pile. That's for the smaller guys. He'll figure this out and he'll hide in there until he gets comfortable, and then he'll be out and about just like he was in the big pool pond. I totally forgot that I ordered pea gravel. I just dropped them off. I remembered I got this for the mini pool pond. I don't know if it's gonna be enough. I should have got 3 or 4 bags probably, but that's okay. We can go ahead and get this rinsed off really good and put it into the mini pool pond. Even if it doesn't cover the bottom fully, we can just order some more in a little while. I'm gonna let this first bucket get rinsed all out, and then we're gonna go sit inside until this is done, then we'll come back out and do the other bag. All right, first bucket, pretty much done. There's a little bit of fog, but not too much. That's gonna do it. I'm gonna go ahead and start sprinkling these in to the mini pool pond and see how it goes. Okay guys, so we got the gravel or the pea pebbles in the bottom of the pool, the mini pool pond. It looks really, really good. I do need one more bag to fill in the gaps over here, but for the most part, it did its job. It looks good. It's a little murky. The water's a little cloudy, but that'll clear up. That's just from me putting the rocks in and moving everything around. This water actually gets clear really, really quick, so I'm not too worried about it. But I'm gonna go ahead and put in a GoPro and see if we can't get some footage of the fish. Okay guys, so we got everything done on the mini pool pond. We got some nice pea pebbles in the bottom. That's gonna help with the beneficial bacteria growth. That's really, really important. The only thing we have left to do is install the solar fountain that we got from Papa Soap Solar, and we should be good to go. That'll help oxygenate the water even more and keep that flow going. During the summer, you want a lot of oxygen in your pool pond because the heat zaps all the oxygen out of the water. So you want to make sure you have a lot of flow, a lot of aeration, and a lot of oxygen in your pool ponds. I did realize something looking at the big pool pond. We do have one more goldfish in here, a bigger goldfish. The reason why I didn't know that he was still in here is because he is the same color as all the other fish. He's a darker color. So I gotta find this guy and see if I can get him out because I don't want any goldfish in this pond anymore. I'd rather just have the native fish, or I guess you could say creek or lake fish in here. And I want to keep all the goldfish in one spot in the mini pool pond. So somehow, some way, we gotta find this guy and use the net to get him out of here and put him in the mini pool pond. So I'm gonna try to find him and do that now. It's like 10:30 at night. I set a minnow trap in the pool and it caught everything but the goldfish, but I got him. He couldn't see me in the dark and I got him. Let's go ahead and put him in the mini pool pond. Get this guy in here, make sure he's good. I caught him off guard, so he was not expecting that, but he's good to go. So I'm gonna let him go. And I'm gonna take the minnow trap out of the big pool pond and go to bed. We'll see this guy in the morning. What is up, guys? It is the next day, just checking in on the pool ponds. It looks like the turtle got a hold of one of the fish. As you can see, that's what they're there for. That's why I put a lot of minnows and chubs and stuff in here, but he's eating good, getting a lot of protein. I feed him turtle food every day, but he wanted something different. I will say, this solar fountain that I got from Papa Slope Solar is working amazing. If you guys need a solar fountain, definitely check them out. I would never ever tell you guys to get something that I don't use personally or that I don't believe in personally. And these things are very, very good. They have completely upped the quality of my ponds. The flow, the oxygen, I mean, I rarely have any issues now. The algae, I'm fighting constantly, but that's just part of owning a pond. Unless you completely have zero sun, you're always gonna have algae. Algae just thrives off sun, that's just how it goes. These pumps, the pump that I got in this filter and this solar fountain pump right here have done amazing. I mean, the water clarity is amazing. All my parameters are really good. So if you guys are interested, go ahead and pick you one of these up. I'll leave all the links for this stuff down in the description if you guys want one. All right, let's go check on the mini pool pond and see how it's doing. As you can see, it's looking really, really good. Flow's great. Water clarity is beautiful. It's been up for about 4.5, 5 days now. All the fish are super duper healthy and doing well. Our minnows that we caught, all our goldfish and our koi. I went ahead and put the Papa Slope Solar aerator that I have into this little pipe just because I thought it was pretty cool to do it that way. So I went ahead and put the air through there so that way the hose is not getting messed up. I put a couple bricks on the hose as well. I just like the way that looks. It's really cool. And then I got some more PVC piping. As you can see, we got all the pea gravel in here. And I also built this little hut out of some bricks that I got from Home Depot. Just little small improvements like that. But the pond's doing really, really good. I'm very, very pleased with it. I'm super excited to add some more stuff in here. Make sure you stay tuned for next video because we're adding some really, really cool stuff in here to grow out before we put it in the big pool pond. One thing in particular I know you guys are going to love. So make sure you lock in and stay tuned for that. Alright guys, with all that said, that's going to do it for this video. I really hope you guys like this one. I know it's a little bit longer, but I was doing a whole pond build and that takes time, especially whenever I'm ordering stuff and it just takes days to get here. I'm never prepared. I always do things on the spot, so that's just who I am, guys. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed the videos. If you do, make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and let me know if you guys want to build a pond after seeing me do it. I will see you guys in the next one.